So today, guys, I'll be going through the 8 maps that I want to see get remastered in Zombie Chronicles or DLC 5, whatever you want to call it. So these are the 8 maps that I would like to see get remastered in Zombie Chronicles. So let's jump right into it. The first map that I want to see get remastered in Zombie Chronicles is Origins. Now, Origins is a map that I'm pretty sure everybody would like to see get remastered. It is by far top 3 for best maps of all time, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinion. I mean, no one out there is going to say that they don't want to see Origins get remastered. I mean, this map is a masterpiece. It was the first ever map that had a ending cutscene in Zombies. It was the first ever map that had an ending cutscene. Not only that, we saw the staffs. This was the first ever time that we had these 4 elemental upgrade thingies. You know, this is the first ever time we saw that. After Origins, once we got our staffs, our 4 staffs, we then saw, you know, the 4 bows. We even saw the 4 crossbows come in Raven the Redwood. So, you know, Origins sort of paved the way for the 4 elemental upgrades and shit like that that we see in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare. So that paved the way for that. Not only that, Origins was so important for the Black Ops 3 storyline. It was just overall, it was just an amazing map. The gameplay aspect of it, the replay value was amazing. I can go on Origins and play and never get tired of it. So Origins was just a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Again, the first ever map that we saw that had an ending cutscene. So important, and I mean so important for the Black Ops 3 storyline. Everything about Origins was amazing. 10 out of 10, and I definitely would like to see this map get remastered in Zombie Chronicles. The next map is another no-brainer. I'm getting the no-brainers out right away, and this is Mob. This is Mob of the Dead. I mean, similar to Origins, it's just a classic. Top 3, definitely top 3 in all of Zombies, I think. It is definitely up there. It is by far one of the best maps, if not the best map of all time, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people's opinion. This map, the setting of this map, Alcatraz, that alone is just so cool. Having a zombie map in Alcatraz is amazing. The Pack-a-Punch, having the Pack-a-Punch on the Golden Gate Bridge and having the plane and shit like that, having to build the plane, it's just so cool. And the cool thing about Mob of the Dead was it was after Die Rise. Now, Die Rise was a very poor map. Not a lot of people like Die Rise. So to go from a map like Die Rise and to go to Mob of the Dead was just like, wow, like, that's a huge step up. And Mob of the Dead, just a complete masterpiece. The Easter egg was great. Like, it was a great Easter egg to play. I really enjoyed doing the Easter egg, but the best part about Mob of the Dead for me is just the setting of the map and how cool it actually looks. Like, having a map again in Alcatraz was amazing. The Pack-a-Punch, how to go to the Pack-a-Punch with the plane and shit like that, and going over to the Golden Gate Bridge, just like, it's just so cool. And for the time, it was like amazing, and it's still amazing. I can go back to Mob and play it all the time, and similar to Origins, I'll never get bored of this map. This map is definitely top 3, and I'm pretty sure that everybody wants to see this map get remastered on Zombie Chronicles. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to see Origins and Mob of the Dead. Those are the 2 maps that, you know, Treyarch sort of has to put in just because everybody wants to see these maps. So Mob of the Dead, I definitely want to see this map remade for Zombie Chronicles. The next map on this list is Kino. Now, this is a map that, it's a very simple map. There's not much to it, but I still want to see it remastered just because it's a classic. You know, it's the first map on Black Ops 1. It's the first map that we got in Black Ops 1. Just such a great map. I mean, I had a shit ton of hours put into this map. I probably have more hours in Kino der Toten than Mob and Origins. I probably do. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, I just love this map. Back in the day, I would just go on this and have a shit ton of fun. Again, there was not much to the map. There was not much to it at all. I mean, the Pack-a-Punch is the easiest thing in the world. Just got to teleport. I mean, there's not much to the map at all. The teleporter and going to Pack-a-Punch is basically the only thing that you can do in the map besides the 3 teddy bears. I mean, and again, the Easter egg music. There's not much to this map at all, but it's just a classic, and I had a shit ton of fun playing it, and I would love to just go back in Kino and play it on Black Ops 3 and have those amazing PS4 graphics on Kino der Toten would just be incredible. And having the Gobblegums as well. Having Gobblegums in Kino would just make it so much more fun, and I'll just enjoy going for high rounds on that map. That map is one of my favorite maps of all time just because I just had so much fun playing it back when I was a kid. I think I was like 12 or 13 when the map was released. Something like that, and I just had so much fun playing it back in the day, and I definitely want to see Kino remade on Zombie Chronicles. The next map I want to see remade is Moon. Now, Moon is a map that I didn't really enjoy, but I want to see it get remastered on Zombie Chronicles or DLC 5 just because I would like to give it another chance. I didn't really give it much of a chance. When Moon was released, you know, I played it, you know, release day, and I played it the first week of it being released. But after that, I just went back to playing Kino, Ascension, Shangri-La, you know, all the other maps in Black Ops 1. I didn't really enjoy playing Moon as much as the other maps. So I didn't really, and I also didn't really give it much of a chance. So like I would like to go back to Moon and give it more of a chance on Black Ops 3. So I would definitely like to see it get remade. Now if Moon didn't exist, if that map never came out, there would be no transit. So, I mean, just because how the Easter egg went, how the story went, if Moon was never released, if Moon never came out, there would be no transit. So, I mean, if Moon was never out, it would be a good thing, but that's not really a big deal. Again, if transit never came, there would be no memes, and there would be a lot of memes that wouldn't exist. So, I mean, having transit, I mean, it's a bad map, obviously, but a lot of memes came out of that map, so, you know, that's good. So, if Moon never exists, we would not have seen transit, but I still would like to see Moon get remastered just because I want to give it another chance. So I would definitely like to see Moon come on Zombie Chronicles. The next map I want to see is Shinonuma. Now this is a map that, similar to Kino, I just had a shit ton of fun playing. I would love to see this map get remade into Black Ops 3, and I would love to be able to play this map, Shinonuma, with Gobblegums. It would be super fun. Seeing it in Black Ops 3 graphics and PS4 graphics would be absolutely amazing. I would love to see Shinonuma get remade for Black Ops 3. Now, Peter MacKay will most likely not be in the map because we saw what happened to him in the intro for Garad. So I'm not sure Peter MacKay will be in this map, but, you know, it'll still be fun just to play Shinonuma. I definitely want to see this map get remade. It'll also be interesting to see how it is without Peter MacKay. The next map I want to see get remastered on Zombie Chronicles is Ascension. Now, Ascension, a lot of people say that it wasn't the first map that had the first Easter egg quest in Zombies, but technically it was. I mean, it wasn't a crazy Easter egg, but technically it was the first map that had an Easter egg. But I didn't really do the Easter egg back then when I was playing Ascension. I didn't really care about it. But Ascension was a map that I just enjoyed a shit ton. It brought in possibly one of the best perks of all time, in my opinion, and that is PhD Flopper. The only issue I had with Ascension is the fucking monkeys. I hated those things. But you can sort of look past that just because, in my opinion, the map was just super fun. And I would love to see Ascension get remade on Zombie Chronicles. I had a shit ton of fun playing it. But again, the only issue is the monkeys stealing your fucking perks. Like, I hate that shit. I hate when I have to protect Juggernaut, but then I can't protect my other perks. It just sucks. I still, to this day, do not know how to successfully do that. I don't know how to protect all my perks with these stupid monkeys. But besides the monkeys, Ascension was a great map. I would definitely like to see this map get remastered on Zombie Chronicles. The next map I want to see remastered is Buried. Now, Buried, in my opinion, is the map that people always forget about in Black Ops 2. This is a map that I think, you know, obviously it's not as good as Mob, it's not as good as Origins, obviously, but it is definitely better than Dire Eyes and all the other maps. It's definitely better than Transit. But Buried is a map that I had a shit ton of fun playing. I mean, Leroy was like, I loved Leroy. He was a great guy. I loved him. I loved the whole, you know, everything about it, the whole Wild West theme. I really enjoyed Buried. Buried was a great map, and unfortunately, it didn't get the credit it deserved, I think, just because of how good Mob of the Dead and Origins is. I mean, I think Buried deserves a lot more credit than it actually, you know, has right now, but you know, you got maps like Mob and Origins, so they're obviously better, so they're obviously, you know, just going to be super high up, and everybody's going to want to play those maps instead of Buried. But I still think that Buried deserves to have a lot more credit than it has, and I would love to see Buried on Black Ops 3. It'll be super fun to play it. I really want to see Buried get remastered on Zombie Chronicles. Now, the last map is Nacht der Untoten. Now, I would love to see Nacht back, and I think this is a map that they will definitely remaster, and the reason why is just because it's a classic. It was the first ever zombie map. Like, they have to remaster this map. I mean, this map, again, there's not much to it at all, but it was the first ever map. Like, it was the first ever map inside, you know, Call of Duty Zombies. It started Zombies, so I would love to see Nacht der Untoten come back, and I think that this is one of the maps that we will see on Zombie Chronicles or DLC 5 if it gets released. Now, you know, there's been a lot of leaks, you know, on Zombie Chronicles. You know, the game even got rated, so I do think that Zombie Chronicles is going to come. But the last map that I want to see on Zombie Chronicles is Nacht der Untoten. I'll never forget going on World at War and playing Zombies for the first time, playing Nacht. Like, When I first saw zombies, I was thinking to myself, okay, I might play this, once or twice and never really go back to it. But played it once and I got hooked, and then that started, my addiction to zombies. So like, Noct was a classic map, and they definitely have to remaster it, and I do think they will. So that is the 8th map that I would like to see get remastered on Zombie Chronicles. Now this list did not go in any particular order at all. These are just all the maps that I would like to see get remastered. That's it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys agree with me on these maps or disagree with me on these maps, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'm Delby, and I'll see you guys in another one later.